I swear I start drinking before I click the live button. I'm drinking tea. Jeez. Hi there.
No vodka here.
God knows what our videos start with some of these days. Hi there. We are live here on Facebook. It is Wednesday morning, April the 2nd, also known as Tariff Day. Woohoo.
I was going to say the day after April Fool's Day.
The day after April Fool's Day. I was happy to see people didn't go nuts with the April Fool's jokes, so that was really good. Yeah, real life is bad enough. Speaking of life things that are painful, I've had a comedy of errors once again. I forgot to post this picture yesterday of me. I sewed together like some binding strips yesterday. Did it completely wrong. Like, and I batched things, so I did like 3 sections all in a row. Completely wrong. We assembled some shelving over the weekend and redid our sewing machine area. So all our sewing machines are displayed super nicely. Looks fantastic, getting great feedback. And the whole time that Susan and I were doing it, she was like, you have to be careful, you're going to hurt yourself. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying to be really careful because some of the stuff, the little slots where you put the shelving stuff together, they're metal. It said even the instructions like stick a screwdriver in it and kind of like force it open. But if it's the screwdriver thingy is too big to go in, I'm like, this is going to slip and it's going to, I don't want to stab myself with a screwdriver. I didn't stab myself with a screwdriver. I slipped only once and then my hand hit everything and I have this, you can probably see, massive bruise right here. And then I have a problem with one of my knees. It's a long-standing issue. It's taken care of, but every so often it decides to like wobble a little. So yeah, yesterday I started hobbling around, yesterday the day before. And nothing sets it off other than like walking. Joint just likes to go, woohoo! We're not going to work this way anymore. So it's a little swollen and sore. And then last night, I have a chair, a really nice wing chair, and the legs perfectly match our flooring color. So you can't really tell quite where the legs are. And I smashed my toe into it. And this morning my toe is lovely and bruised. And all of this is on one side of my body. It's not like I can have all these injuries spread around. Anyway, that's enough about me, because when you come to the quilting shed, you get more than you asked for.
So needless to say, I'm running the floor.
Yes, needless to say, our manager Snowy will be running around a lot today, and I will be sitting here off of my feet as much as possible.
You're healing.
I'm healing. Nature is healing. It's the quilting shed in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Just in case you're joining us, yes, we are normally this scattered and all over the place. I meant to cut my hair on the weekend. That didn't happen either, but I cleaned like a demon at my house and I feel better for that. We've been making things in the background too, because part of maintaining a healthy, balanced lifestyle is making sure that you take time not just for yourself, but to do things that you really love. And I find I work better if I can get a little sewing time in. Scratch that little sewing itch if I get the urge to make a thing like new pincushion. Woohoo! Using our new French General fabric. Isn't this gorgeous? This is a cathedral window. It's kind of a shortcut cathedral window. There is no hand stitching in this. There needs to be some hand stitching because, you know, that opening is still not closed, but that's why I have a manager that I can assign this to. And
a hand sewer.
A hand sewer, yes. And I do have some buttons on top because this particular design, I like to give it a little button on top to squish it, so it does that. You can do that sometime. Snowy also made a pin cushion. This is English paper pieced, and this is using the dovetail mini charms. Aren't they adorable? The dovetail fabric is a line from Figo. It is all low volume backgrounds. It's got that cute little sprinkles there. It's got these. It's got cute little dots. It's got big dots. It's got confetti. It has some gray on white, and it also has some white on whites. And we've used an assortment here with a lovely matching pink. This pin cushion is weighted a little with some rice and regular stuffing. And this is all English paper piece, where you have the hexagon shapes that you press your fabric around and then you hand stitch them all together. So this one's entirely hand stitched, and that's why I didn't make it. I know. that's that. So these are some things we're working on in the background. I also made myself a sewing machine mat. You can't see it from here. I'm not going to turn the screen around, but if you come in and you're wandering around the classroom, you'll see it under the sewing machine that I normally sew on through the week here in the shop, which is one of our floor models. It's a creative icon too. You know what the April special is for FAF with the creative icon too? April is Serger Month, National Serger Month. Woo! So FAF sends me specials every month, and I am a FAF dealer, and I love them. And I've been sewing on the creative icon too. It's amazing. I am willing to sell the floor model too. So if you are interested in getting a really good deal on one, but if you wanted to get a brand spanking new one, their April deal is you buy a creative icon 2, you get the Admire Air 7000 Serger included.
Which is the same color of purple.
Yes, it's the same color of purple. It matches. This is the top of the line serger they have with air threading, and it has the cover stitch stuff in it. So this is the serger cover lock machine that they have. It does everything you would ever want in one machine. I was playing with it last week. It's amazing. And I'm like, well, you can get like a 2-for-1. Oh, buy this really super awesome top of the line sewing machine, embroidery machine. Get this top of the line serger, absolutely free included. Like, the serger itself is on sale for like $5,300 this month. And they'll include it for free when you buy the top of the line creative icon too. I just thought that was interesting. It's amazing. Some people like the top of the line stuff, and I am very grateful I get a chance to play with those sorts of things.
Thank you for the excuse.
Yes, thank you for the excuse. And I have been using these sergers in here for a few things. I'm working on a shirt, discovered that it doesn't actually fit me like it's going to. And since it's Serger Month, I want to show you all the things that you can use your serger for. If you're just a quilter, I'm just a quilter. What do I need a serger for? I'm going to show you some of those things, but not today. Today, I am eventually going to get around to some of the new stuff. Fabric deliveries are delayed, or I'd have fabric to show you. Anyway, you know what else I can show you before I show you some new notions that we got in? I got the class schedule up for April. If you come into the shop, I will give you a sheet of this paper. If you can't read it from here, go to the website that is in the comments below. Click the thing where it says classes. You will see all the classes.
I'm not moderating comments, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I don't see any comments, but maybe they're all sleeping like I am.
They're just letting you talk.
So we're going to try a thing where we have classes through the week during the day. And next Wednesday afternoon, we are going to make a runner for Easter, for your Easter table. A striped runner. Yes, we're going to have a class on this. We're going to take this fabric. We're going to take this fabric. And we are going to make this runner. This is the Christmas version. My mom is on hold with CRA while she's watching. Oh, bless. So this is a Christmas one. I made this at Christmas time. I didn't show how to do this one on video. If you remember, I did the video for the hexagon table topper. I kind of briefly explained this one. We're going to make this in a class, but with this fabric. I did have a sample of this. Susan has it. It's fine. It's fine. So we're going to do that next Wednesday. The class is $25. Yes, it's all afternoon. You will still need to purchase some fabric to go with that. That gives you the option to use your own striped fabric at home. But anyway, the fabric I think it's only like $12 a meter, and you only need a meter and a 60-degree ruler. If you don't have a 60-degree ruler, I have a couple here that you can actually borrow through the class if you really want to. Sure. Kyla's awake. Barely. It's too cold. Yeah, that was a shocker getting in my car this morning because it's been getting warm. So we turned off the preheat. That sounds so spoiled. Oh no, I got into my fancy car and it wasn't warm when I got in it this time.
World's saddest violin.
I know, it's the world. Yeah, play that sad violin for me, baby.
World's smallest violin, I meant.
So Friday's my birthday. Woo! I don't know what we're doing in the shop. Don't know what we're doing in the shop. Saturday, the first Saturday of the month is our FAF club. If you own a FAF sewing machine, the first Saturday of the month at 2 o'clock, like after the shop closes on Saturday, bring your machine in, sit with a bunch of other FAF owners. We will go over various settings and features of your machine, whatever one it is, and we will experiment. I will show you how to use things, and we will get into all the fun stuff that your FAF machine can do. And if you purchase a machine from me, if you've bought a machine from me in my shop, you can go to this class for free. Otherwise, it's $10. Dun, dun, dun. So the other thing that we are doing, in terms of classes. Oh yeah, I just forgot another one. Foundation paper piecing. Now I showed you the hexagon pin cushion. That is English paper piecing by hand. We are going to do this class on foundation paper piecing, which uses paper. And you sew on the paper to make your block. These are just examples from a previous class where we just playing around with the technique. Doesn't matter what order we put our fabric in. So it uses paper templates like this. These are one of the simplest ones, see, and it's got numbers on it. So this kind of fancy thing, I will show you how to do that. I already showed that one.
No, to show them the comparison.
Yeah, so this one was by hand with the hexagon, and this one with paper, and then you peel the paper off and you sew through it.
And that's thin paper.
Yeah, and this is really thin paper.
You use like cardstock for these
Yeah,
ones.
that one's cardstock. This one's whatever. Anyway, in case you're thoroughly confused, just come to the class. I'll sort you out. So that will be next Thursday at 6 p.m. or Saturday the 12th at 2 p.m. 2:30. Yes. On Saturdays, I'm shifting some of the classes actually to start at 2:30 because the shop closes at 2, and we're finding Saturdays are actually really busy. So there's a bit of overlap between students coming in for a class and us trying to clean out the last of the customers, and then the people banging on the door wondering why we're closed at 2:30 on a Saturday afternoon, because we close at 2. That's why.
Why are there people in the store if you're closed?
Yes, why are there people here and the lights are on and cars in the parking lot? Because we're having a class. Okay, so there's that. And the 16th, April the 16th, we are having the Serger 101 because it is National Serging Month. Like I said, I could have told you about that class then, but did I do it? No. Clearly, the tea has not sunk in yet. So the Sergers 101, that's 25. Yeah, that's 25. And that's, after that, we have the shop hop stuff happening, and the sneaker class for April is the 26th and 27th, but that class is full. So there's no classes after that because we've got a lot of other stuff going on. There is a shop hop, if you've heard about New Brunswick, Nova Scotia thingy. Everybody wants to buy Canadian, and some friends of mine, some ladies I know, they do their own shop hops. So this year they're like, hey, why don't we tell everybody else about it, because we're really good at doing them and planning shop hops. So they started a face group, Shop Hop 2025, NBNS, something like that. There's no like real huge plan. You don't have to join anything. It's just more of a concentrated effort to get out that sort of Friday and Saturday and explore new quilt shops that you might never have heard of. And we're finding a lot of people in the group are like, wow, there's some shops here I didn't know existed, including mine. Great. Awesome. And as always, we have Finish It Up Fridays. Fridays at 10 o'clock in the morning. You bring your stuff here. You bring your sewing machine, your notions, whatever project you're working on. You sit right here in the classroom. I'm in the classroom, but you get to sit here, and I will float by and help you when I can, if you need it. Or you just chat. You just make friends. It's good. As one of our regulars says, it's better than sitting home talking to the dog. I know. The other thing that I've put on the calendar for April, I just realized my handout doesn't say April at the very top.
You can write that on that hand.
It did say April at the very top, but I was using a template and I deleted that and put my logo in there. It's very pretty though. Less than helpful, doesn't tell you what month it is, but it says my birthday, so that's all you need to know. We will be closed for Good Friday. So the Easter long weekend, we are closed for Good Friday. We are still going to be closed for Saturday. I decided I'm taking the day. I'm having a 3-day weekend. We will be open Easter Monday. That's what we're doing. Maybe I'll nap. Who knows? Maybe I'll clean. Maybe I'll quilt.
Oh, no, that's insane.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy if I actually quilted. Okay, so that's the April stuff. You can come get a handout. Or you can look on our website. It's the Super Professional Quilting Shed weekly live video. If you're just tuning in, I know. Yes, it's always this crazy.
Sorry, I'm resorting these by number.
I don't think anybody can hear you. You're resorting the Pellon interfacings by number?
Yep.
Fantastic. That would be amazing.
Just to make our lives a
I like it
little
when
easier.
people come in and ask for Pellon and don't realize that there's like an entire rack of
Pellon is
various-
a whole interfacing company.
Yes, it's a whole interfacing company brand, and they have multiple products with various different numbers for different things. So you just tell me what you're making, and I'll tell you what it is that you need. So new stuff. We're getting to the new stuff finally. We got new notions. I did this. I'm throwing things out of my way. You'll notice I'm trying very hard not to get up and walk around.
Please remain seated. And so
Superior threads, the bottom line, 60 weight, 2-ply polyester thread. This is bobbin thread. If you are winding your own bobbins for things like embroidery, or I'm going to mention this in our foundation paper piecing class. If you wind up doing a lot of paper piecing and you get smaller and smaller, you do want smaller and smaller thread. It's not required for the class though. But if you were looking for the bobbin thread, I now have it. You know what else I got back in stock? The chalk ceramic lead chalk pencils, the mechanical pencils. I like these because they make an extremely fine line. So it's a nice fine line. It's a thin line that doesn't take up a lot of space. So it's a little more accurate. It's very faint though. It will come out with water. And when I say these things are washable, it doesn't mean throw it in the washer. It means spritz it with water and wipe it off. You don't have to wash the quilt. You're good.
it comes off because it's chalk.
And it comes off because it's chalk. Yes. Do we have a lot of hand quilters in the area? We do. We do. And remind me to check the status of that other order with the hand quilting thread. Because I did order it. I have a confirmation. But I don't know if it's on the way yet. But we have new hand quilting stencils. And what I did from the company that I ordered them from, I just sort of closed my eyes and said, I have to order a minimum of 3 of each stencil. So anything that they had that was actually in stock, I just ordered that. If I already carried it, oh well, now we have more. But they were having a bit of stock issues, so we have some new stencils. Some of them are cute. Cowboy boots.
I love the cowboy.
The cowboy boot is actually really cool. Yeah, I'm putting it. There we go. You can see that real good now. Hunky dory. Black hoodie for the win. A sailboat. Sailboat. It's too early in the morning for tongue twisters. Dreamboat. No, I left him at home. This one's really pretty. Look at this. That nice little floral, what did they call this? A flower border. Well, that makes sense.
It's so pretty.
It is very pretty. So if you're not a hand quilter and you are learning how to free motion quilt, you can transfer this design to your quilt top, whatever section you're working on, and then try your free motion skills just following the pattern, following the lines. Don't sew through the stencil, please. Transfer the design, stitch on those lines. Then you use the water spritzy thing, and then you wipe it off. And then people say, oh my God, you did that? You're so talented. And you're like, thank you. You don't tell them.
You started with that.
This is how I started. Like with the feathered circle?
Mhm.
Yeah. So my one fantastic story with quilt stencils and your free motion skills, I couldn't get the hang of a feathered circle. It's a circle, like a circle feathered wreath, and it's all like the feathers. So I was doing a king size quilt for a customer, and it was a 9-patch and then a blank square, 9-patch blank square, and it was king size. So there was like a lot of blank squares. I think it was like 90 something, 80 or 90. So I diligently transferred the stencil across an entire row, followed the stencil line, did the circle wreath, wiped it, looked at it. I was like, oh, okay, wow, this is turning out not too bad. And I did that row after row after row after row. After about 5 rows, I'm like, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I would just transfer the circle part in the middle and then like the inside because it wasn't going smooth for me. By the end of the quilt, by the time I got down to the bottom of the quilt, I was just doing the inside circle. That was it, just to make sure that the circle was nice and even
And centered.
and centered. And the rest of the feathers, my muscle memory had memorized that stencil. So it probably wouldn't work with something complicated like this lovely, they call this a lattice box. Look at that. That would be stunning on like really big borders.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you just keep repeating it. That would be
Can you
very
imagine
nice.
that adding borders for the Celtic stuff we just sold out?
Oh, borders of the Celtic fabric. I gotta go find my sticky note. I marked down a bunch of fabrics because it's a new month. And this big one, speaking of blank squares, this would look great on point. If you're doing like an on point quilt where it has a block and then a big blank square, a big empty square, you put that in it and it would look amazing. So you just hang right on there. I will wheel myself over here. There we go. It's going to be one of those days. It always is. So the Celtic roots, I think there's maybe only 3 prints left on that and the panel. So the Celtic roots is now on sale. Barista is now on sale. The apron panel, and I think the fabric with the little coffee stains.
Yeah, which I thought would sell really well.
So you can see these down on our website. So if it was 18 a meter, I think it's now 14. I think that's what I did. If it was $4.50 for a quarter meter, I marked it down to $3.50 for a quarter meter. Tranquil Waters, we had 2 prints, a teal and a white, and they had dragonflies on them. That's been marked down. Dragonfly Dance has been marked down. Diane, you're going to talk to me later about that because you wanted some, and we set some aside. Sorry, not calling you out on purpose. It's just like,
the long game.
she's playing the long game, yeah. Some panels that I also marked down was the Easter cross panel. I marked that down because we're barreling towards Easter. You're running out of time. I have a panel with a bunch of 3 skiers on it. I've marked that down to $5 Please buy it. Maybe you'll do something with it next year. There's another panel I have called Upwards. I marked that down to 10. It's got these nice rectangles with positive sayings all over it. Some of them are religious. I keep leaning on my hand here, and it's got a big bruise. So yeah, those things are on sale. Will I run a sale on Friday for my birthday? I haven't decided yet. One of these days I'll get my act together. I was like almost took a nap when I got home. Diane says, yay, she loves her dragonflies. I know, that's why I'm telling you. Like, it's a good thing I set aside some of that wide back for you too, because that flew off the shelf. It really did. You didn't even get any. We saved like that one little sample strip. I had to go grasp that from somebody's hand so we could keep it. Speaking of wide backs. Speaking of wide backs and my friend Diane. So Diane is one of our long armors in the area, and she works in the shop sometimes, and she helps out. And you can meet her here too if you want to talk to her about quilting, or drop off your quilt for her to do, or pick it up, whatever. It's great like that. So Diane and I get our batting from the same place because she has a business, I have a business. So we both put in an order, and we got them to ship everything from both of our orders here to my shop. Well, it came on a pallet because the price of Pellon is going up, and some people aren't sure whether or not it's going to get hit by tariffs. These are the counter tariffs that we are doing because of Trump. They aren't the ones that Trump said. Like when Trump says tariffs on Canadian goods, that's Canadian goods going into the U.S. I know it doesn't make any sense. There's a long explanation for that where in theory it makes sense, but yeah. So anyway, I put in an order, but I also got a couple of new wide backs because they had some really pretty ones, and I'm getting pickier and pickier with the wide backs. So I'm just bringing in stuff that I know is really nice, still a decent price, and is gorgeous. Not just here's a selection of wide backs that most of the other shops have. I just wanted to get the really, really nice ones. And I've been searching other companies as well. So anyway, so we got these. But if you are in over the next couple of days, you will just have to walk by this great big huge pile of rolls of batting. So we both got our batting in before any price changes or anything. So the batting prices are good for a little bit. What's going to happen after that, I don't know yet. But I'm going to show you pretty fabric instead. Oh. This one, I confess, I did see another shop post that they had this, and I know where they got it from. So I sent a message and I said, do you have any more of this? Because I really want some for my shop. And she said, yes, we have one more bolt. And so I bought it. Oh, because look at how pretty this is. To me, it looks like there's a designer out there. She does this free motion quilting stuff she calls graffiti quilting. And it looks a lot like that. Carly Porter. And yes, it's blues and purples, but it's very white, very light, and very, very amazing designs. And honestly, if you're quilting your own quilts and you just want your back fabric to sort of hide the stitches, this will do that very well. It really will. Ugh. God bless wheelie chairs. I hope that was funny. And this beige one is still in the plastic. Yes, I know, sorry. But it has like the big, not paisley, but it's like the floral. Ugh. I realized we didn't have a beige that was feminine, I guess. Ugh. Look at that. I hope you can see those nice, like, florally bits. It's still subtle. It's very traditional. It's got those nice designs on it. A really nice back for some quilts. I think we've already chosen it. One of our regulars, Carlene. Hi, Carlene. You can sometimes see her in the comments. She dropped off a quilt here for Diane to quilt and then messaged me later and said, oh, crap, I forgot to choose a backing. Could you and Diane choose a backing for me? Because I trust you. Weird. I know, don't know why people keep doing that. So Diane and I stuck our heads together yesterday, and we think this would go very nice on the background of Carlene's bee quilt, which I might have posted a picture of in our Fans of the Quilting Shed quilt group, Facebook group. So yeah, this is going to go great. Oh. And I also got, and I'm not going to show you because who needs to see a picture of what natural muslin looks like? The natural colored muslin wide back. I had it in the 45. I just didn't have it in the wide back. And I have the white muslin wide back, but I didn't have the natural. So now I do. If you want a plain, natural colored muslin background on the back of your quilt. I got that. Yeah, I still have another pile to go through. I know, right? Villa Rosa Patterns. You love your $3 patterns. This is a mushroom mat. I'm not a fan of the fabrics they used on the front. So I am going to very carefully show you the back. Look at that. Mushroom block. Mug rug. I love it. Watermelon. It is making me wish for a red and black polka dot. One time we had a red and black polka dot in the shop, and I probably should have ordered more bolts because that sold great, especially for watermelons. And your all-time favorite, a kitty cat. Look at kitty cat, mug rug. Do you know somebody who loves cats, has cats? You make them a mug, rug, little thing. You could probably, 8 by 14 makes 2. Ooh, 8 by 14.
Yeah, all
You
the
could-
patterns make 2.
You could slap some big borders on this and make them placemats.
Yeah.
Like a mug rug is really just a tiny little placemat,
I was
honestly.
gonna say you could
There's no
take
set
the-
size.
You could take the block and make that the upper corner where you put your glass on a placemat.
Take the block, if you didn't hear Snowy, take this block and make it the upper corner of your placemat where you put your cup. That would be adorable. It's so cute. Alrighty, so new patterns, some of which are Canadians. On Point Table Runner. I don't think this is Canadian though. Nope. Oh, hey, look, another table runner. This uses a charm pack to make a table runner on point. Very cute. Lots of people saying, what do I use a charm pack for? I'm like, well, you can use a table runner. Make a table runner. Be like, oh, do you have any patterns? And I'm like, let me check. Oh, right, now I do. Okay, good. I just freehand everything. They're charm packs. I'm one of those crazy people who don't need a pattern for that. And please, if you feel like you need to follow a pattern for everything, I have a friend who's like 86 and she's a masterful quilter, has made hundreds of quilts, and she says, I can't do a quilt without a pattern. So it's not a reflection on skill. I figure about half the quilters I know need to follow a pattern, the other half wing it. And those of us who wing it, often when we do follow a pattern, totally screw the steps up.
It's like following a recipe.
It's like following a recipe. Yeah, it's just a recipe.
Some people need a recipe.
Sometimes you need a recipe. Sometimes you just like, oh, right, close enough. Dun, dun, dun. Here's another runner pattern from Villa Rosa. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It is just a bunch of squares and strips. I wonder. Yeah, you could use jelly roll strips for this. And dun, dun, dun. You could use a jelly roll and some charm squares for this if you wanted, or you could use your scraps. You keep telling me you have a bunch of fabric that you need to use up. This is a very flexible kind of thing that you could use your scraps for. Because if it says, 7 to 14 strips, different fabrics, you could wiggle that. You could wiggle that. It doesn't matter. Dun, dun, dun. Did we get 2 of this vintage dishes patterns? Because there's a note on this that says save one for Susan.
No, we only have one.
Okay, so don't look at that one. That's Susan's.
It's reserved.
It's reserved. I think I only got one because my supplier maybe only had one left. Sometimes that happens. Or it was back ordered and we only got one in. Another pattern. This is a little better. Cakewalk, Lori Holt. Dun, dun, dun. There's that pattern is in. Oh, we do have extras of this one. I got this one in because I know I have customers where this is their style, this is their thing, and they really like to do applique. So this is from the Whole Country Caboodle. It is applique, campers, and wildlife. Do you spend your summer outdoors? Good luck to you. I don't. I spend my summer more and more indoors. I don't like the sun. But if you like to go camping and things in the woods and make quilts about it, I got a thing for you. This was a block of the month, but you could do whatever. You could make, oh, wow. It says you can make a table runner. You can make a wall hanging, a table topper. Yeah, it's not just blocks and a quilt. You could do a bunch of other things with it. That's awesome. I think we had one of these books before. 2 Jelly Roll books.
Those are both new.
Those are both new. I thought we had this one before.
Nope.
Okay. Guess not. 2 Jelly Roll books. They're new. What do you do with the Jelly Roll? These things.
No, show them the all-season one.
Oh, show them the all-season one. Oh.
Look at the back.
Oh, wow. Seasonal quilts for Jelly Rolls. Oh, I love it. That's got some good stuff. It's butterflies, and I mean, seasonal is rough. Ooh, there's a Halloween one.
Yeah, there's a Halloween one.
And
For your
presents.
Halloween jelly rolls.
Look at that. I have a Halloween Jelly Roll at home. We're going to ignore the Stars and Stripes one, but, gifts here. This one's all green, so that would be for, like, March. You could do it whatever.
America's my favorite season.
My mom's in the comments saying when she wings it, she wrongs it. I wish I embroidered because I would take, like, half of what my mom says and make embroidery things out of it.
Make, like, embroidered pillows.
Embroidered pillows. Yeah, like the hand-stitched ones. Oh, my God. We could come up with machine embroidery sayings of everything that my mom says.
And make a portrait.
Yes. Although one of the things my mom says it wasn't her that did. Pink tickled. I'm pink tickled. Mom, wouldn't that look cute on a pillow? Pink tickled. That's a very cute. Look at that cute butterfly quilt, and that's Jelly Rolls. I know. I'm just yakking at you and reading a book. There's that one. I think some of these seasonal ones, they kind of stretched. Like, although this one is very nice. They called that one for Father's Day. You could make that any time of the year. And this is in dark colors, so it's masculine coated, but do it in light colors would be stunning as well. Housewarming. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, sunflowers. That one's Oh, oh, I like this one. Yeah, they did like the curved log cabins and made it look like a sunflower. Oh, okay. Oh, Mom says she needs the seasonal quilts with Jelly Rolls book. Her birthday's coming up. Mom, it's in July.
It's still coming up.
Yeah, it's still coming. Oh, it's still coming up. Okay. So I've wanted to stock this person's patterns. We're wrapping up. If you need to go somewhere or whatever. Or you're wondering how long is she going to ramble today? Not much longer. The Cannot Quilter Designs. She is Canadian. I think she actually lives in the US right now, but she is Canadian and I still wanted to support her. So I got in, sometimes I get in multiples of each pattern, but then we wind up with lots. So this time I got in like one of each just to try some things out and get more of a selection and then listen to what customers are saying about which ones are pretty, and then I will reorder more of those kinds of quilts. So, Glacial, this one. I'm sorry if you do see this later. I can't remember her first name, but it's the Cannot Quilter. So Glacial and longboats. Yeah, they look like the boats on the river. Oh, I did order multiple of this one because I was pretty sure this one will go well. It's called Geese Across the Table. Ah! So it's a set of placemats and a table runner with flying geese. They aren't so bad. I can show you how to paper piece your flying geese. I could do that if you take the class on paper piecing. Oh, my friend Heidi says, get my mom the book now for birthday quilts later. Heidi's thinking. That's why Heidi and I have been friends this long. Okay, more from the Cannot Quilter. I'm just resorting my piles. I Spy Lanterns. This was featuring a fabric that had like a lot of things in it, but this would actually look really cool in like big focus prints, big florals, like if you're a Tula Pink fan or Kaffe Facet. Oh my God, this would look so gorgeous in the Kaffe fabric.
Imagine the cactus flower in those.
The cactus flower, oh my geez. Yeah, the Kaffe with the big florals, big prints that you don't want to cut into. This is a great pattern for that. This one's called Polarized. She's done that in Stonehenge. It does have some color variations in it. 1, 2, 3. Three different shades, basically. Connecting geese. My girl loves flying geese. So do I. But look at that. Isn't that great? That is my cup of tea right there. But if you wanted something more traditional, just blocks. Here we go. Uses 5 fabrics. That's it. And various different cuts of those fabrics. Homage to the motherland. Leafy pathways. So an alternate maple leaf block with some squares. I like this. It's nice and contemporary. Another quilt that is right up my alley with a light and a dark side. Kind of like life.
A little too close.
A little too close. Feeling really Buddhist this morning. You need the light and the dark to have the complete whole. Quartz clusters. This is a very nice one. What did you say these patterns were? These were all 17? I don't know if they're on the website, but they're definitely going to be on our pattern rack where we have a pattern rack in the shop and it's 2 vertical things, spinners with a bunch of slots. So one whole side of that, Snowy has gone through and put all the Canadians on one side. So everything on that side is all Canadian designers. It's amazing. I was showing a group, yeah, or Canadian themed ones. I was showing some ladies yesterday and they were like really impressed. They're like, I had no idea there were so many. I'm like, yeah, there are. It's Canadians. We're stealthy. Another set of table runners and placemats. Also very cool, very modern. If you're stuck and you're like, I have a great niece and she just got married and I want to make her a housewarming present. There you go. So those are those ones. Dun, dun, dun. Another favorite designer we have, I brought some back in stock and some varying designs that I didn't have. Cluck Cluck Sew. She is American. She's not Canadian, but she has really good patterns. Like this one's called Wish. I said this would look fantastic with ombres. Snowy said this would look fantastic in space-themed fabric.
With a black background.
With a black background. Either way, it's pretty cool. You can use fat quarters or 2.5-inch strips. That's why we like the Cluck Cluck Sew patterns. She doesn't just stick to one pre-cut. She tells you you could use fat.
Compatible with all 3
Yeah, she makes them compatible with at least 2 pre-cuts. Sugar dish, this one. So it's a little bit of applique and then a bunch of blocks, which I like that. Like, say were making a quilt and you're like, I got tired of making these blocks. That totally sounds like me. So, but I still need to finish this quilt. You can do something like that. We got Brightly back in. This has been very popular,
Oh, we only got one copy.
but we only got 1 copy for some reason. Jelly Weave for jelly roll strips. TikTok. This is a good one. This is very beginner friendly. This is very easy. It's a lot easier than it looks. And Scrappy. Do this, Scrappy, and do what like my mom does down below. Her name's Diane, the other Diane. God forbid the 2 Dianes gang up against me. It's a bad day when that happens. It's funny, but it's a bad day for me. Do what my mom does. When my mom does Scrappy quilts, she often color coordinates them. Did you guys hear my phone? Somebody just placed a mail order. Thank you.
It's already working.
So you could do like all the top row, all your red scraps, and then the next row do all your orange scraps and keep going, color coordinating your scraps all the way down, or just do 1 block each in like your different colors and then mix them up. You drive yourself nuts rearranging it, but there's a few ideas just for that one quilt. Dun, dun, dun. And I ordered the Jelly Roll rug pattern, which was out of stock, but I did get the Jelly Roll tree skirt in, which honestly is just a circular Jelly Roll rug that they cut a slit in the side. So still the same techniques if that's what you want to do. Anyway, and Heidi points out she doesn't quilt, but she has a chevron paper punch for paper patchwork ideas. Yes, that is a fantastic idea. Sometimes I have a friend, Heather, too, who does barn quilts. So that's just painting. You could take quilt blocks and use them in other artistic endeavors. Pretty cool, huh? You could paint them. You could paper them. You could scrapbook paper them. You could color. I have a couple of quilting related coloring books. It's great.
Some of them are here in the shop.
Some of them are here in the shop to keep people busy. Sometimes me. Yeah, so you can use quilty ideas everywhere. You can see tiling. Sometimes quilters get inspiration from tile work. It's great. It's just flex your artistic muscles there. You do need to like practice to get better at it. And your creativity is one of those things. So I'm going to leave you with that thought because we are barreling down towards opening time. And apparently we have a mess to clean up. Oops, that was me. I will talk to you later and I will go have a granola bar because I think I'm going to need it. All right, thanks for tuning in. If you had any questions, leave me a comment, send me a message, poke around my website, and I'll see you later, okay? Hope you have a good week. Hope you're not still on hold, Mom. Where's the button? I need to find the button to end my live video. Okay, there we go. Doo, doo, doo.